next deputant is Wayne Scott.
Thank you so much. Sorry about the props. This is medicinal. I'll keep it under here. Hopefully we won't need it. And these are 3 roses. We've got, let's see, Roger Dutoit and Peter Kang and Adam Exel, the 3 cyclists that were killed in the last 3 weeks during Bike Month. I really appreciate the fact that we're discussing this yet again here, and I'd like to thank you all for being here to talk about it and your concern with all this. I've spoken with most of you over the years about this kind of stuff, and this is the type of stuff that brought us together, most of us. It's unconscionable that we're still talking about this. I dedicated my life in 1981 to trying to make my hometown a little safer for the people that live here. I don't get paid for it, but it's a duty, because as a non-motorist and somebody who has never even applied for a driver's license, I've been moving around this city for the last 65 years. I've had no problems, except that it's unsafe on the streets because of the way other citizens behave. They're getting into these huge machines, 30 times the size of them, and that's how they figure they're going to move around the city. And then they sit there and they complain about the fact that they can't move because there's gridlock. They are the gridlock. We've got to start making our city safe for the people that live here, not the people that drive through it. And unfortunately, as I say, we've been talking about this for decades. If we want to change our city to where it truly is safe for the people that live here, the children, the seniors that are the real folks that are getting picked off on the streets. You look at the statistics, it's mainly seniors that are getting picked off. I know my mother-in-law on Eglinton, in Councillor Mahevik's ward, they can't get across the street on Eglinton because the lights are changed too quickly. They're imprisoned by the traffic that is going by, the car traffic, the motor vehicular traffic on our city streets. We have to deal with this. The idea that we cannot change the behavior of motorists by simply changing the speed limits on the street, I think is disingenuous. We certainly can. We don't always have to look at how we're going to enforce laws. There's an idea that underlies our society of compliance. Let's try that first. Let's change the speed limits to make them more realistic, and then allow for an education campaign to educate our citizens and to inform our citizens as to the damage they're doing to themselves and their families the way things are now. The status quo is not an option. We have to change. We're on the wrong side of history if we fight that change. Now, Toronto has backslid, if that's a word, in the last 4 years. It's unconscionable what we allowed to have happen in our city. We should all be hanging our heads in shame. I've been the Automotive Dependence Reduction Officer for the group I'm with, HOOF&CYCLE, for over 20 years. And I've done a terrible job. You just have to look out on the street, right? But again, we've all been working to do that kind of stuff. We've all been trying to make our city safer. And if we pretend that this is not a way to do it, then we're lying to ourselves and we're lying to the people that you folks are here to represent. And I just want to, again, thank you for looking at this, but it is time for a change in Toronto. The 3 people that died in our municipal celebration in the last 3 weeks might still be around if these folks had a different way of looking at how they get through town. 2 of these folks that killed these people just kept driving. They didn't care. We have to speak to it. The speed limit reduction is a good start. It's baby steps, but quite frankly, it's baby steps from a 30-year-old living in his parents' basement. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions of the deputant? No?